right, welcome to On the Mic with Melissa Ebsch. And I have two amazing people with me today to talk about an event that is in its third year,
Well, kind
fourth
of
year,
fifth,
fifth? Oh my
but we had to
gosh.
cancel last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bad
but
ice.
yeah,
I know. How's the ice doing now?
Exceptional.
yeah.
Wonderful. That's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, we're excited.
yeah.
But new location.
I was just going to say, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
new location. Tell
Yeah.
us about that.
Sure. So Joe, you can go ahead.
Sure. The water at River Park was kind of receding enough where we actually put the fish in and drill the holes just got too small of an area. So we're gonna try River Park in Menominee, behind Jack's Fresh
Yeah.
Market. People are already catching a lot of fish there.
Good.
The ice is a lot safer than what we had before. The access is still pretty good. The parking's really good. The city's worked with us to keep the lot open.
Oh, nice.
By the boat landing there, so hopefully it's gonna work out as well as it did in Granite Site.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Plus, you guys, you do prizes and all sorts of stuff like
Yeah,
that
we
too.
do.
So,
This benefits communities that care in the Healthy Youth
Yeah.
Coalition prevention coalitions, and Healthy Youth Coalition has been running off of our sustainability fund since 2015. And Communities That Care currently has that federal grant that Healthy Youth had from 2005 to 2015. And we are also building a sustainability fund for that coalition at the same time. So last year's cancellation really kind of threw us for a financial loop. So we are just really banking on, those raffles and
oh yeah,
the community support to come on down. And even if they're not a participant during the Derby, they can come on down and check out. Joe is so good about really making those connections in the community and getting those really good prizes, the
Yeah.
fishing related prizes in particular. So I don't know if you want to mention what we
Ooh.
have.
Yeah, we have some really high-end prizes.
Yeah.
We've got underwater imaging, we've got shanties, we've got augers.
Oh my gosh.
Some of the nicer stuff that you walk in a sporting goods store,
Yeah,
you're like,
I
oh, I'd
know, I
really like
wish
to
I could
have
buy
that, but we
that.
do have that.
oh nice.
And it's sport specific too, which is nice because we're doing this for a lot of reasons, but one of them is to create future sportsmen.
Yeah.
So those kids come out there, some of them know how to fish, some of them don't know what a fishing pole looks like till they get there. They start doing that and they get into the sport and they've got prizes that are relevant to it. So we're trying to build that too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Plus, you're gonna have a DJ,
Yeah,
right?
Rocket 88,
Oh.
hopefully music again out there. If not, we'll just kind of blast music from our
Yeah,
phones.
might
But
as well.
he's always so great about volunteering in our events too.
That's awesome.
And then we'll have other kid door prizes down there.
Yeah.
We'll throw other kids themed prizes into the normal raffle too, because we know that they like to kind of
Oh, yeah.
scour through it and take a look at what we have going on in there too.
Oh.
We have a Yeti cooler as well this year. I think it's purple, so
Oh,
kind of
that's my
targeting the
color,
moms down
too.
there. Yes, of course, women, yeah. So we just kind of try to have a variety. The community support has been great, and even last year with the cancellation, so many of them, when we called them, they were like, keep the prize for next year, or try to put it into a different
Yeah.
event that you're doing to try to compensate for your loss.
Right.
Provident Health Foundation was a sponsor, and they're going to be one again this year too. Mike Beal has been a huge donor
Oh,
as
yeah.
well throughout every year, so we couldn't do it without his support either. But just the businesses every year that contribute, and a lot of new ones this year too that have been
Yeah.
calling. We have a basket ready for you. That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's so cool.
And trout will be stocked again this year
Yes.
thanks to NKS.
Yeah, NKS sponsored us again, and last year there was a trout issue statewide where they had a
Oh.
virus that didn't allow any of their trout in
That's
the
right.
places to be planted. So we
Yeah.
were scrambling, and we didn't have ice anyway, so it didn't actually affect us. But this year we managed to locate trout from Silver Moon Springs up north by Anago. NKS is sponsoring that. We're also
Nice.
gonna have food down there.
Yeah,
We have
who's the
Tasty
food?
Traveler.
Yes. Oh
We're
my
excited. I love
gosh.
their
I
food.
so do I.
Yeah.
You know who else is Sugar Mama?
I
you
haven't tried that one yet. No.
I agree.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, she makes these pails of lemonade,
Okay.
and she'll have like sour gummy worms in it and stuff.
Oh
I
my
don't know. It's
gosh,
just so cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely something to.
Yeah. So hopefully, even if the public is coming on down to check out our raffles, they can get lunch at the same
Oh
time.
yeah,
So,
that'd be perfect.
yeah, we're it's a new location, so we're kind of anxious. We're
Yeah,
excited and
yeah.
anxious to see how it's gonna all work out. But the ice is not gonna be an issue, we don't think,
I know.
down
Yep,
there.
yep, next
Good.
week's
Yeah.
forecast looked a little rough. So
I
we're gonna
know.
find ways.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And you know what, too? We always try to say if the kids aren't familiar with fishing, come on down anyway or register.
Exactly,
Please
yeah.
register. We can't take any day of registrations
Okay.
because we have to be prepared and have the weigh-in sheets ready to go. So once that deadline of January 31st comes around, we have to cut off registration. So online at eventbrite.com, they can find our event, our Facebook pages, our website through Healthy Youth Coalition or Communities That Care. We kind of have it blasted everywhere we can think of right now. We have flyers around town. We have a radio ad going.
Yeah,
so,
you got a lot of stuff going on for it.
And just so people are aware too, we're not proposing underwater imaging, anything like that. It's very, very basic hook and line fishing for the kids.
Right.
A&K is gonna handle our way station this year again,
Nice.
and they're providing the kids with a tin of wax worms. We're trying to keep it simple and safe.
Yeah.
So for the same reason, we're not gonna allow covered shanties, because one of the things I do on the ice is I visually wanna make sure everybody's visible, that are
Yeah.
okay, that, you know,
Oh,
nobody's
yeah.
in the event there's questionable ice or something like that, we cone that off, make sure nobody goes there. So safety's a big priority
Oh
too.
yeah, it has to be. I mean, when you're doing something like that.
Right.
And then, so you pre-drill 100
Yeah.
holes?
So
Yeah.
every year I've tried to tweak this a little bit to make it a little easier. I got an awesome crew that works with me. What we try to do is pre-drill those when it's really cold. Unfortunately, by the time you get done with your 100th hole,
You gotta
your
go
first
back.
30 are iced over again.
Yep.
So we got to go clean those up again, and we try to mark them with a hole cover with a number
Oh,
on it, so
yeah.
people can find their hole in the grid a little bit easier.
Right.
Down here where we're going, we can probably space the holes a little bit better than we did at Red Arrow, so people aren't so bunched together.
Yeah, people want to move freely when
Mhm.
they're fishing.
Yeah.
At least I did. I always liked it. Yeah, I've been fishing since I was a little kid, so I love fishing.
Me
so.
too. Ice fishing was new to me though as an adult.
Really?
I didn't do it as a child.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
seeing
you-
all those kids down there to me now doing this event was really cool because I had never,
Oh,
I
yeah.
I did the other fishing, so I really like to see all the kids out there on the
Yeah.
ice, and now my daughters can participate, so she's out there too.
Oh, that's so
She
great.
was there for the food in the first year, but
Oh, yeah.
now she's excited
Now
and
she's-
knows about
yeah.
it. And so she is already talking about it with my husband, and she
Aw.
can't wait to get down there.
That's
So my
awesome.
nieces too,
Oh.
and both my nieces in the past have won a trophy, and Mikowski Woodworking now donates. They do those awesome wooden plaques with
yeah.
they
Really
put a
burnt
fish
plaques.
right on it,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Joe
nice.
had actually suggested that a few years ago. Like, you get a
Your
trophy at a
trophy.
different event, and sometimes they end up, at a garage sale in the
Yeah,
future.
yeah.
But this is something they can put
Right.
on a shelf in their bedroom and keep
Yeah.
forever. So
That's awesome.
I still have one from, it would be like 1986. I think it was called Bear Paw Lake when I was in the Cub Scouts. We had a fishing derby there, and it was a little wooden thing. I still have that. So
yeah.
Oh,
So
I
these are
know.
very personalized for the derby,
Yeah.
and they do such a good job. They were awesome 2 years ago when we had them, and they were willing to do it again last year before we canceled. But this year they're
Awesome.
all
That's
on
so
board
cool.
again. Yeah.
You guys got everything lined up.
Hopefully.
Already?
Yeah, we
Wow.
have. Well, we have about 50 holes out of the 100
Yeah,
already
that's. I was
sold.
gonna ask that.
Which is typical around this time. We have sold out the past few years. So we are encouraging, if you're thinking about it, to do it now, because we've been asked after they've been sold out, like, is there any way I can still get in? And
Yeah, it's like-
unfortunately, once they're sold out, we
Yeah.
have to, like Joe said, we have to be mindful of safety and
Yeah.
and all of that.
Definitely. Yeah, you don't want to have any, breakthroughs or
No.
anything like that.
Yeah.
That would be horrible.
Yeah. Mhm.
But when is this event?
February. That's important. February 8th. Yeah, Saturday, February 8th.
And what time does it begin?
11 a.m. shotgun starts.
Yep.
Ooh,
yeah, it's not an ideal time for fishing, but it's the middle of the day,
Right.
so visibility is good, stuff like that. We're not waking kids up super early. We're not holding them over late. Our whole idea is to have people get on the ice while it's late and be able to depart before it's dark.
Right.
It's just,
Oh, yeah.
I feel a lot better about that.
And
Definitely.
it warms up just a tad by 11 a.m.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
How do they stay warm?
Yeah.
Do you have like little heating
Well, they're bundled
stations?
up. So
Mhm.
in the past, we've had tents with heating stations, but sometimes on the ice, you run a couple bullet heaters and you just create water on
Oh,
top of the
yeah,
ice, and it gets
yeah.
really slippery. So best advice is bundle up, put extra layers on. If it gets really nice, we had one year where it got warm and people were actually peeling clothes
Yeah.
off. That's a perfect day when that happens.
Oh,
Yeah, but just dress warm.
Yeah.
okay.
And
Anything?
we have a lot of volunteers for it too,
Do
which
you?
we
Okay.
couldn't do without.
Yeah.
We still are looking for a few more that we might push out to the community. But right now, our coalition members have been really great about
Oh, that's
taking
so
that on,
cool.
and our coalition supporters that we
Mhm.
work with. And because I always say, I don't know how many people would volunteer on a Saturday in
Oh, I
like
know.
2-degree weather
Mhm.
for an event like ours, and they
Mhm.
do, and that is always
That's-
heartwarming.
yeah.
To look around and see like 30 people up there doing that. And
And to get 30 people
I know.
is
Huge.
huge,
Yeah.
huge,
Anyway.
huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because the majority of the time, as we know, it's always the same players
Right.
on these
Right.
boards or
Right.
committees.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
so
Yep.
oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Well, anything else you want to tell our listeners today?
They'd have to bring their own fishing
Yep,
gear.
Bring your own
though.
gear.
Yep, bring
Yeah,
your own
we'll,
gear.
we'll have the bait. If you want bait other than wax worms, bring your own.
Okay.
We'll provide that.
Wonderful.
Only $7 a hole.
Yep.
There's a little bit of an Eventbrite fee on their checkout page,
Okay.
but other than that, we try to keep it very affordable. It's just to
Yeah.
cover a little bit of, like, we have to pay a park permit costs and things like
Mhm.
that. So we try to keep it very affordable for families to participate.
How wonderful is that? I mean, just to stay where you live and be able to have events and people come and everybody looking forward to it. You know, it's like every year we know that this is going to happen.
Yeah,
so.
and like Joe said, to try to incorporate a healthy, activity and sport that they can do
Oh,
in our
yeah.
community, right here, and typically only need that, fishing pole and bait to be
Yeah.
able to do.
Yeah,
So.
it's pretty simple once you're set up. As much water as there is around here.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
find a spot.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Mhm.
I know the first time I thought I would be like, what was his name? Tom Sawyer. And I had a stick and my line because I had to see if it worked.
Right. I mean,
had
and
to.
maybe sometimes that's all you need.
I know.
Right?
I mean, I
Yeah.
got little nipples, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
nobody bit down on it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, one more time. What is the date of that?
Saturday, February 8th, down at River Park Campground in Menominee.
Yep.
And they have to be pre-registered in order to participate in the Derby, kids
Mhm.
ages 1 through 14. And otherwise, the public can come on down and buy food from Tasty Traveler, participate in the raffles. Those will be drawn around, raffle sales end at 1:15.
Okay.
And we'll draw prizes around 1:30 while we're doing awards and all
Oh,
that
nice.
around that time.
Do you have to be present?
You have to be present to win, yeah,
Okay.
but it pretty much they're excited to
Yeah.
see, like the shanty and the auger and
Mhm.
everything. get
Oh,
raffled
yeah.
off
Just to
and
reinforce the
take it
fact too, the
home.
public can play the bucket raffles.
Oh,
And
yeah,
because
yeah.
every year we have some people come down and see it, and midway through they'll ask, "Can we play that?" Absolutely. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and once they see the prizes, they'll probably want.
Oh, yeah. Bring
Yeah.
lots of money.
Yeah, yep, cash only at the event. So we'll do 50-50 raffles. The public can also participate in 50-50s.
Nice.
So if they want to come, and with the trout being stacked, we're hoping they can come and see the kids doing the weigh-in.
Yeah.
It's really exciting when
Oh,
they're catching our
gosh.
fish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
That's
get
so
pretty
cool.
fired up.
Yeah, I bet.
Because a keeper trout on 4-pound test line with a little kid in a jig pole, it's a
Yeah,
handful for
that
it's fun to
is.
watch.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's too much to handle for an adult.
right. Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you
Yeah,
for
thank you for
coming
having us
in.
on.
Yeah. You'll have to come back and talk about the other events you guys
Sounds good.
are working on.
Okay.
So, all
Thank you.
right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.